Thursday again. Man, time flies when you're scribbling pictures, huh? Here we are, 28th consecutive Thursday, 28th drawing with videos, of course. I drove from Uptown, down Lakeshore Drive to Hyde Park, down to Promontory Point, one of the most beautiful spots on the lake in the entire city. It's incredible down here. Upon arrival, I realized that I forgot my bag of markers, which also has my tape in it and pretty much everything that I draw with. I was lucky enough to have some markers in my bag. I had a blue brush pen, which I normally use black. I'm actually very excited to use this blue. And then I do have the white Presto, so I'm going to be able to achieve very similar looks even with me forgetting my bag of markers. Luckily, I had an old Uprise sticker that I was able to cut into a couple pieces, tape my paper down onto the book that I use as a drawing board. It's about working with what you got. Sometimes you forget your tape. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. I guess today's drawing is officially brought to you by Uprise. All of my drawings are brought to you by Uprise. That's fam. They support me in everything I do, whether it's skating related or not. This color paper is a very, it's almost like a concrete color anyways, and we have a lot of rock, a lot of concrete, especially in the foreground here. Like I mentioned, I'm at Promontory Point today. It's an extension of Hyde Park out here off of 55th Street. It's a big grass park that juts out into Lake Michigan and surrounded on three sides by water. I always found it very interesting over here because it's definitely finished, but it's still rough, raw rock that they use as amphitheater style seating that surrounds this entire park. It's not perfect. You couldn't like ride your bike across this or like push a stroller, or you got to be careful where you step, which I think is a really unique part about this. There's a couple other spots in the city that have that unfinished rock, but Promontory Point is fully surrounded by that unfinished rock block. The skater in me has always been fascinated with this place because of the amount of ledges that are around here. It's actually a ledge overload. There are so many that it actually becomes difficult to skate because you got to be weaving through them. You are also right on the edge of the water. There's a high risk of losing your board to Lake Michigan though. A high risk of going into the drink. I think of it more as like creative manual skating. Not many people skate here really at all because it's so difficult, because it's so crowded with these ledges. But that being said, it has a very unique visual look. You could kind of figure out endless little creative lines and combinations. I would love to see like Buznitz or Mark Sushiu, Daewon especially. There's definitely some very unique cuts that Daewon could figure out how to skate. Visually, from my perspective, you kind of see this first cove in the foreground. These buildings are basically apartment buildings of Hyde Park. And then you see as if there will be a second much bigger cove in between here and downtown. Downtown actually is quite small in the distance, but it needs to feel appropriate to make the drawing feel good. Also feel like it's in the distance. Navy Pier all the way out to the right, just Lake Michigan extending out from there. I decided to use the white on the water today instead of in the sky, just to show you kind of the direction of which the sun is coming from. You could see that in the reflections on the buildings as well. I think the streaks that I used really exemplified a nice surface of the water and the ripples, the currents that are happening. I got some good negative space up here in the top right corner. I'm gonna go ahead and sign my name and I'm gonna get out of here before rush hour gets too hectic. Anyways, happy Thursday. I'm OJ, Juice Loops Live. Thank you for watching as always, and I'm gonna catch you next week. Bye.